Hey Yoda! Tinakoto, hello and welcome back to another episode of Thaumcraft 4.2 at Birdtross. I've made a couple of changes here to the infusion altar. First of all, I've moved the pedestals out a little bit further to a couple of reasons. First of all, to make it look cool, but second of all, when I'm doing infusions, I should be able to see more of the items now that the pedestals are further apart instead of hiding behind the actual altar itself. I've also gotten all of the essentia tubes, but not all of the ones that are over here. I've got up to here with the filtered tubes having the jar labels, and I haven't done the rest of these yet because the order hasn't been finalized. There's still two aspects that we haven't discovered, and those are I got essentia for, and they are Gerlum and Tempestas. Now, they are very hard aspects to find. Gerlum, I guess it has ice in it. We haven't actually scanned ice yet, but it's sort of off in that direction quite a ways. It's difficult to come by at the moment. And Tempestas, well, I don't think I actually know anything with Tempestas in it. So that's kind of creepy. And the other major change is that Wheatium, or Vitium, depending on what accent we're speaking today, has taken pride in place amongst the purple/pink essentias. Someone in the comments of the last episode was sharing a bit of concern about the stability of our infusion altar, but I'm not sure if that person is aware of the fact that we have almost 3 stacks of tallow candles kind of hiding underneath the infusion altar here. These are in range to improve the stability, and these are the primary reason why we haven't had... I think we've had like one minor issue since moving the infusion altar and adding those candles. So adding more peripherals to, increase the stability, not really needed at the moment. I could definitely add more candles, but I'm not too worried about it. So today we've got a cool little project in mind. I've cleared out a bit of space here in the alchemy lab. Over here, we're going to be taking our wheat that is right here in this chest. We're getting a decent amount of it stocked up now. Actually, just while I think about it, okay, that is the right volume, okay. Yeah, so we've got a decent amount of wheat stored up here, and I'm probably going to put a table that I've prepared on Excel on the screen right about now, and it basically the aspects that are inside wheat, the messis and farmes, they occur, they break down into so many different types of aspects. It's kind of mind-boggling. They go down into the 6 primals, as well as the 3 that you need to make golems. So wheat is actually a pretty cool item. That Umanos aspect is very, very powerful. So I've prepared myself a bunch of materials here. I've got a ton of centrifuges, as well as buffers, restricted tubes, as well as these, and I've got some jar labels and stuff. So let's go over the recipe for the alchemical centrifuge here under the alchemy tab. Whoop, way over here. They require alchemical constructs, and these things are not particularly complicated to craft. It's just that all of the ingredients here sort of require their own recipes for crafting. So, yeah, many steps to get myself this many centrifuges. Basically, the wand that's up there, even the silverwood scepter, doesn't actually have enough vis in it. You sort of have to wait for the Terra node, and this is really the first time that I've realized that the Terra node, Loudcar, the Terra node is actually pretty tiny for our needs. Anyway, let's get started with the build that we're going to be doing today. I think what we should do is try and rearrange our inventory, our bar actually. What if I do something like that? There we go, so that I can work with these a little bit more liberally. What about the jars? We'll put the jars down too, yeah. So let's I guess we'll just try and get started with this thing a little bit. I think what we'll do is actually start sort of at the back end here, because what I'm thinking of doing is having, well, we're thinking of having the alchemical furnace somewhere around here-ish, and then we'll do farmes off one way and messis off the other way. So I just want to, because we don't have very much space here, I just want to try and utilize my space a little bit better. So if we start off... No, that's the wrong thing. Right off the bat, we're going to need the buffer up here. I guess that's what the bird wings are for. And that's going to break something down into 2 aspects. If we start off with farmes, let's see. So farmes, this is going to happen a lot. Checking in here for the aspects, let's see. Farmes, I believe that is Whitequartz and, yeah, here we go, Whitequartz and Weaktus, I see. So both of those will need to be broken down, but Whitequartz goes out down into 2 primals. Well, that goes down to 2 primals too, but there's tons of other Weaktus stuff in the Messes tree, so I'm probably going to send a Weaktus off this way. So this one will probably be breaking down Whitequartz now that I think about it. So if I do something like that, okay, and then send the aspects down like this, and then I think I can have my jar right here. I just killed a light source from the arcane lamp. Uh-oh. And then so that's going to be Air and Perditio, I believe, if that's going to break down Whitequartz. So if we do something like this and set these two up like so, just going to stand back a bit there, yay. There we go. So now that those have been separated, basically the buffer can hold multiple different types of essentia. Now we don't have any filtered tubes here, so what I'm going to need to do is put some jar labels on these, which means that we're going to have to head up to our file storage area, which is this chest right here. And let's find our Air and Perditio right there. And I've got some jar labels on me already. You're working with the jar labels is a little bit tricksy. You kind of have to, a lot of sort of little inventory management-ness. But yeah, let's put these back. That's good to go. Now we've got 2 of these. I imagine I'm going to be heading back there a lot today. Anyway, so we should be just need to put these labels on these jars, like so. And the Perditio one over here. And that should be generating the suction that can pull the stuff out of this. So hopefully, I don't think Perditio will go this way because this is a suction for Air. And it can't go towards Air because it's not Air, it's Perditio. So it's going to go down here. So that's cool, that's working. Now, but the thing is, actually probably don't want that. Because there's so many different complicated aspects inside this stuff, and because we want some of them, particularly the stuff that makes golems, what I think I actually should do is basically we'll have it to where every time we fill up a certain aspect, every time an aspect gets filled up, one of the more complex ones, it will go into the centrifuge and break down into something else. That's the idea. So we're going to be sending, basically what I'm saying is, going into another centrifuge will be the last route. Okay? So if I do that, and let's get the tube here. I haven't really planned this out in my head all that much. Let's put that there. We'll work out the tube management later, or right now. There we go. Man, it really is loud in my ears. Let me just check that. Okay, so obviously there's going to need to be something like this here. And then so the Whitequartz is going to be broken down from something else, right? Yeah. So this is going to be the Whitequartz jar, by the way. So I think what we'll have is another buffer right there. And then this is going to almost going to sort of tile together, isn't it? That's going to look pretty cool. So now what we need is another jar label right there. Where did my jar labels go? Here's our Whitequartz label, just slap that on there like that. And so, yeah, so if we go ahead and check here, so now there is a suction of Whitequartz thanks to the jar, but the suction here should be 32, that's right. So like I said, it's going to try and flow into here first. Once this fills up, then it will get broken down into other stuff, which is exactly what we want. So that's going just fine. So now what we need is to send materials in there. That's going to be farm maize. So I think we need to do something pretty similar here as well. The farm maize is going to need to go in there. We're going to want to store up some of this farm maize, of course. So this will be our farm maize jar. And let's see. Let's try and figure this out. So the farm maize is going to come in here, which probably means we'll have something like this. I think what I'll do is get another one on top as well, because, oh hello, we'll get another one on top, so that means that we can put our alchemical furnace right here, and stick our alembics on top. We got to shift click that top one, and then put that there, and I think what I'll do is put the farmers on the top. Guess what that means? Label time! So we'll have the farmers label up there, and we'll put the messes label down here, and then obviously we'll have our Messes dealings over yonder. Now, so the farm breaks down into weektus, and there's so many other things that use weektus. What we could do is something like send the weektus out the back of this pipe, not connect them together. There's going to be many not connecting them together modes, do something like that. Just get that nice and out of the way. That works just fine. And we'll bring this over here and break that down like that. There we go. So that's a good start. Oh no, that's right, because we've got... That's going to be the last location that it can go to. Yeah, so both of these will be restricted tubes. There we go. I'm learning how to make this as we go. Learning how to do as we go. So the messes will probably head over here, actually. So can I route that across there? I would actually like to see that if possible. But I would basically like to interact with this entire area. So maybe I'm going to have to sort of go a little bit crazy with the routing here. Okay, we've got to set this up as well. Right, so this is the farm is. So if we do... No, that's not going to work. We have to go from here. Oh my goodness, here we go. Now it's getting complicated, and we've only just begun. I normally have my X of the stream right there, and so I can just go... Whoop. There we go. So get you back on there, so... Oh man. This is kind of crazy. You are not going to be able to connect through there. Okay, you're going to have to kind of go up and over, I see. This is going to be crazy. Let's do that, there we go, so that all works out, I think. Okay, you're going to have to go up. Up you go. Up you go, little guy. There we go. Now, I think I want to go up a little bit more because, as I said, I would like to just be able to come in here and visualize that stuff. Make it visually appealing. That's one of the most important parts. Let's just sort of bring it over like this. That should still suck, right? Yeah. So the suction here should be stronger. So that's 31 untyped right there. This is 30. And that's 32. Okay, we haven't got the jar labels on there yet, so we're going to need the... This is Farm Mez, and then this one was Messis. Okay. Let's sort that out. Here we go. So, Farm Mez, right. Here, just want to check. Man, it's getting crazy back there. Messis. Put you here. Awesome. Awesome stuff. So let's check that suction again. So suction here is 55 messes, that's way better, and then here it's 32 untyped, so plenty of space for the tubes to go. Now what we need to do is, let's see, where are we going to put our next jar? Probably like right here, if we could fit it, because holy cow, man. Right, so the messes, let's have a look at messes. I believe that breaks down into humanus and something else. Messes, there we go, herba and humanus, right, so, okay. Yeah, herba is going to be another one of those tricksy ones to deal with. So if I could... Can I do that? Maybe I need a little bit more space. What I could do is actually move this to be... Where'd that go? Okay, that's gone. Go on, skis. I could do something like that, but then that's going to interact with all these pipes and craziness is going to happen. But yeah, that should work still. And then I can have these right here. And those don't connect like that. And then this can come back here and, you know, just kind of do craziness on us. Oh man. Right, so we're going to have a buffer right here. Now it's not going to connect to either of those. Holy cow, man. I didn't realize how complicated this was going to be. Okay, we're going to have to pull something out of the front here like this. And then that's going to have to... Okay. Yeah, I would like to sort of bring it over this way, if I can. And do that, and that should be fine. And then this can go here. Okay. Oh! Okay. That was weird. You... There we go. There we go. That should be working. So this one is going to be our humanus. Yep. Oh, okay, but yeah, things get a little bit crazier from here. Oh, I see, yeah. I see, because I want to send humanus out this way. Oh, that should still work, actually, as long as we have two different tubes. Okay. So maybe what I could do is put... Maybe this could be Erba, actually, because Erba is a little bit trickier. Oh, man. Crazy, okay. This might not be as straightforward as I thought. So if we send the Humanus right there... And maybe what I have to do is move these pipes over a little bit. Okay. Maybe I should do something like give myself a little bit more space to work with. Right, so if I put you there and then put the buffer on top, now that's going to generate two different things. It's going to generate Humanus and Erba. I'll put the Erba out this way. I sort of want to send them both this way is the thing, you know? Yeah. I think we got a little bit spoiled over on this side. Just gotta think. Okay. We should still be okay. I should still be able to do this. I think I'll bring it out the top. So we'll have one way that is for going into the jar, and then one way that is for actually going into the rest of the system. So let's bring you out and like this. Yeah, so almost exactly the same, and then the Erba is pretty much a similar story. Bring you right there. Okay, let's get these labeled up. That is the labels in place, but it looks like we have a conflict. I guess it's going to do a nice job of telling us when there are conflicts. Right, so now we have these two systems right here. I think we'll deal with the Erba first, because that is the least complicated. Oh, no, don't do that. Let's bring the pipes down. Man, I'm almost out of essentia tubes already. I thought this was going to be plenty, but no. We are going to need way more essentia tubes at this rate, because holy cow, man. We've only just started. So anyway, the Erba, I think what we'll do is kind of just bring this right here. Where are my restricted tubes? I've got way too many restricted tubes as a thing. Put this on top of here. Now that breaks down into Terra and Victus, does it not? Yes, it does. So we can bring our Victus jar along here. Now, those are the wrong types of tube. We can bring the Victus along here. Don't interact with this. This is a Victus line. And then this can connect up here and do Victus off that way and sort of chain the Victus together. That's probably the best plan. So Victus will probably be way on the end of this. Okay. So next up, this is going to be our Erba. And that's going to break down... What was it going to break down into? Erba, Terra, and Victus. So the Victus will go out this way, and we can send the Terra over here. Alright? Yeah, that should still work. Probably what I should do is actually just go over here just to save a bit of space. Like that, yeah. Okay. Now then the Erba, so we'll sort of probably have to connect sort of like, ow, here. Put the Erba right there. Don't connect those two together. And put those two there. There we go. Oh, and then this Humanus stuff. This Humanus will have to go over top of that even. Okay, yeah. This is actually kind of cool how it sort of, this is only something relatively basic and it's already kind of exploding into complexity. So this is going to be Terra. So let's get a jar label and sort that out to kind of keep my head. Now the Humanus should be able to come down like this and make sure that it doesn't connect with anything. No thanks. Bring you down, and then I think we will... See, Humanus is a pretty complicated one. I think we'll actually do something like this, where we'll have two spots. Yeah, so we'll do that. Like that, right? And things get pretty crazy. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I'm out of space almost already. Okay, so Humanus, we've got to have a look at what Humanus breaks down into. Because that is a complicated one. Bestia Incognitio. So we've got our Humanus tank over here initially. Otherwise... Oh, hold on, how do I differentiate what goes in here though? I see. I see. So that's why I had the multiple tank system before. I see. Okay, so I might just have to mess with this design a little bit, because this is a lot nicer than what I'm doing right here. So there are two solutions. I could either completely redesign this, or I could get some filtered pipes. Right, you're gonna be Erba, and you... Let's see, the one that goes way up there is gonna be Humanus 2. Now I shouldn't need to put labels on the other pipes because they have the jars connected to them. Yeah, that's right. Yes, so but we need to put these jars here, or these filtered pipes here, because... What's going on here? Oh, I see. I see. Okay, that's that stuff sorted out. The weak tooth is going back there, so everything's sort of going hunky-dory. Now the Humanus Cognitio and Bestia. So let's get this buffer right here. I'm probably going to have to mess with this a little bit, to be honest. So if we put the Bestia right there, Cognitio right there, I think what I can do... I'm just trying to simplify this a little bit. I was hoping to be able to put all the jars right next to each other, but that's probably not going to happen. So I might need to... I might just need to completely rethink about this. Yeah, I think I'm going to take a quick break, guys, and I'm probably going to break most of what we've just built. Because I think it's going to... Are we interested in what it looks like, or are we interested in... Oh, no, you know what? Never mind. I think we kind of like it looking a little bit crazy, don't we, guys? Yeah. I think we like the craziness. I think we like crazy. I'm going crazy. Whatever you do, don't take that text. So if we put a jar right here, this will be our Bestia jar. And then we can just route the Bestia around like this. And then... Nope, no, not you. And then you will be... Let's see. Now what's the other one? Cognitio, right. So we need Bestia and Cognitio. Bestia, Cognitio. Right, so now what I can do is keep this going. Let's actually send this under like that. And then I think we will put the restricted essentia tube like that. Yeah, I think this is probably going to look a little bit nicer. I might redesign this, I might not. Because it does look nicer, but I think the whole thing about essentia tubes is that when you do kind of build them a bit crazy like this, it actually looks really nice. So we're dealing with the Bestia next. Now, what sort of Bestia break down into? That's Maltus and Weaktus. Well, I think what we're doing, we know what we're going to do with our Weaktus. Let's fire that out the back. What's in the pipe back here? Oh man, there we go. But that's hooked up to the Weaktus supply now. Very good. Very, very good. And the other one was Maltus. So, but Maltus can break down into stuff here. Okay, yeah, we'll deal with them. We'll deal with Bestia first. I see. I see, because we're going to have to go... So this is a Maltus line. And then what I'll do is what I did with that one. Bring it across here. So the Maltus will go right here. And the Weaktus goes there. So... yeah, this one right here is going to need to come cut across like this, actually. This is going to be our other line. That's going to be the Cognitio line. We won't be able to deal with Cognitio until later on. But we'll bring it over here for now. Don't connect there, son. It's getting a little bit confusing. That's fine. I think that's cool. If we could get this first try, that'd be fantastic. So that's going to be our more tools. Yeah. Looks like we're going to need to make another cut here. And we need to get some more space and more labels.